So hello guys, this is the XM8AR here once again, back at you with another gameplay commentary. Now this first part of the gameplay is fast forwarded because the gameplay was rather long. It was 10 minutes and 30 seconds. That's quite a long, so I fast forwarded this beginning part and another part in the gameplay where I was kind of derping around. Just to cut it down to 9 minutes. But the gun that I'll be reviewing today is the XM8AR assault rifle for your medic class. And yes, I said assault rifle because it is not a what's it called? Machine gun. It's a assault rifle. Now this gun is really similar to the MG36. I would even call it the little sister of the MG36, or little brother, whatever you like to call it. Now this gun is actually one of my favorite guns actually, because it does what it's supposed to do and nothing less. What the gun is, it's a really accurate weapon, but with the accuracy comes a loss in damage. So that meaning that you have lower damage but you have more accuracy, so you can hit targets at long ranges easier. Unlike the MG36, which has high damage over all ranges and you can just 4-shot people over any range with Viper Max. But you can see that I'm using attachments in this review. Now the attachments that I was running on the weapon is the stabilized stock. And that's because the weapon has quite low deviation, so in my opinion you don't really need a stock that reduces the deviation all that much. So I went with the stabilized stock because the weapon it has quite low recoil. It does not have a lot of recoil, but reducing the side-to-side recoil makes it a heck of a lot easier to control at long ranges, because the recoil is mainly vertical, and so that's why I use it. Any stock would do well. I tried with it balanced earlier, that worked really well as well. With the tactical it works really well. Pretty much any attachments will do. Now the mag attachments that I went with is the Viper Max, because this weapon has really low damage, actually least in I mean worst in class damage. That's why I wanted to up the damage and the ammo a bit, so I went with Viper Max. Since this weapon is really good at long range, I wanted to up the projectile velocity of the weapon, so it's easier to hit longer range targets. So I went with the precision barrel, but the standoff, close-in, or predator barrel, something like that would do well, because barrels in my opinion don't make that much of a difference. Now you see me do something different than usual. I am playing on a different map. I am playing on Myanmar, a map which I normally don't play a whole lot of, but I should play it a lot more often because it is a really good map. But a lot of people hate the map because they don't use improved threat awareness, and if you play this map without improved threat awareness, you're gonna have a really hard time. But if you do, you can really easily see the names of the enemies and you can kill them a lot easier. It was per request that I play on a different map, and the XM8AR was also requested, so why not just do both in one video. Now the gameplay is quite not campy, but more of a defensive side, I think. Just because the map I did not play a lot of, because I really don't know how the map works that well. Because I usually stick to Sharky and Karkin or Basra. And here you get I got my first death of a anti-vehicle RPG. I was quite pissed at that. But let's get quickly into the stats of the XM8AR. Now it has a standard rate of fire of 675, which is standard for all your light machine guns. It has exactly the same ammo count as the MG36, with 60 bullets per clip, with 3 magazines total, making you have 180 ammo in total. It has exactly the same reload time as the MG36, at 5.3 seconds. It has below average projectile velocity of 550, compared to the MG36 is 700, so that's where the XM8AR lags to the MG36. Now deviation wise, they're exactly the same. As I said, the deviation is quite low. Recoil wise, they're also exactly the same. But one thing to point out about the deviation, the XM8AR does have bigger settle times, meaning that the next shot that you fire will take a longer time to settle to your initial point, so you can fire off your second accurate shot. Now the damage of the XM8AR goes from 25 to 21 damage at close range, 21 to 17 damage at medium range, and 19 to 15 damage at longer ranges. Now compared to the MG36, which without attachment does 26 to 22, 24 to 20, and 22 to 18, which is quite high for a really accurate weapon. Now, as I said, the weapon is really good at long range because the weapon has really good accuracy. But as you can see, I'm using a red dot sight on it. The normal iron sights of the weapon are actually quite pinpoint accurate and really nice. But I have the red dot sight and why not just use it? If I buy something, of course I'm gonna use it. So that's why I went with the red dot sight. I used the hollow sight earlier, which I got from the daily draw for a day, and the hollow sight works also quite well on it. I'm quite impressed what this weapon can do in the right hands, because of its lower damage you have to know when to aim and have quite some good aim in order to actually hit all your bullets so you can deliver the most amount of damage possible. But you can see here I'm just engaging into long range targets, and that works quite well with this weapon. But for some reason, when I use this weapon and the MG36, I don't know if it's just me, or when I use this weapon I find it a bit harder to take down enemies that are behind cover or like staring outside a window. But when I use the MG36, it's a lot easier. I think that's just me. I am not sure. Maybe someone can confirm that, because maybe it's just a bug. The weapon currently comes in a set. It's called the Zombie Rage set, I think. In the set you will get the XM8AR with the stabilized stock, Viper Max and Predator Barrel. Quite some good attachments for this weapon, and it comes quite cheap. But if you are doing to get this weapon and you're quite bored with the MG36, I would not recommend getting this weapon, because it's almost exactly the same as the MG36, so you won't really have anything else. If you love the MG36, what you hit can call the noob for using it. And this weapon is quite good for you, because it's like the MG36, but you won't be called a noob for it. And it is for me the ultimate trolling weapon, because when you do really good with this weapon, they're like, how did this guy kill me with that weapon? How did he get that score with that weapon? And it's such a bad weapon. Now one thing I like to point out is the sound. I quite kind of dislike the sound. It sounds really cheap. It sounds like plastic to me. The reload is kind of like the MG36 with the drum mag at the bottom. Looks normal. It's quite fast for a gun with this many ammo in the clip. And the it's an XM8AR, so it's an assault rifle. But hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay commentary, and I'm out.